intro. With you, boy. I'm still in love with you, boy. I'm still in love. All right, it's Wednesday. Blessed morning to everyone in CT, Chimp Chronicles, and to everyone on YouTube, one step at a time. GM. How's it going? How's it going? Finished dropping off the kiddos to school. About to start my day on crypto Twitter. Go through the scrolls, write down hopefully some important information, and hopefully it's of value. Of course, this is documenting the journey. This is also learning as I go because I'm not an expert, but I want to learn. Let's see what Gary posts. If I was to pick one of these six, bro, that's a ram. No, that's not nice. Not even had to kiss me. Hey, baby girl. I'm still in love with you, I'm still in love. Alrighty, some tunes to start off the stream. Something light, something smooth, a throwback, a classic. Accountable. Anteater. Okay, so that's with spelled it wrong. Alright, yeah, we're starting off of morning in CT. For those that are tuning in, I appreciate you spending your morning with me. We're gonna get into it. Again, as part of the routine, as part of the everyday flow, we go through see the timeline. We give it a like. We engage. Again, the more and more you are responding, the more and more your PFP is appearing on the person's notifications, engagement, and all the good stuff. Let's see what Prophet's got to say. Crypto community is watching this week. The Senate markup shows who truly supports innovation and who protects legacy interests. Proud to stand with crypto via five sector pushing for clarity and rules. Real quick, what does Armstrong have to say? Reminder that Standing with Crypto will be scoring the Senate markup this week. We get to find out which senator stands for bank profits at the expense of American people and which stand for consumer rewards. You can't buy marketing this good for crypto products. Indeed. Keep your eye out for that. Keep your eye out for that. You got Jaden Levitt. I'm curious, is it really Adam Weinstein or is it an intern? If it is really him, GM, Adam, thanks for the interest. Let's go. It's me. Okay, legend. Anybody's seen this right here? The keychains go super hard. Imagine a pixelated keychain. Oof, these are beasts. How's your morning? What's your morning routine? I went for a walk already. Dropped the kiddos off, made breakfast. Gonna do the stream and then gonna do the cleaning around the crib. But yeah, first things first, the thing that I want to do. Cherry Chimp's Chronicles morning stream to get the juices flowing. Okay, let's see what Vala Afshar has to say. Success is liking yourself, the work you do, and how you do it. Tend to agree with that one. That one is great. Yeah. Liking yourself, of course, is a big one. Like respecting yourself, appreciating yourself. And that only comes with you doing the actual things you want to do, right? If you're doing the work, then self-love sort of follows suit because you start admiring the person you see in the mirror. So Gary V says 2026, the year of the NFT collector. I said collector. Yeah, I mean, I agree with him as well, because those that have been grinding it out through the downturns, which seems to be like 5 years long already, I think they're getting their moment and getting their moment. GM to Goth Shah. Let's put a GM to the homie GMG. The signature as always. Give it a heart. Yesterday we was on the Chimpers Tuesday community spaces. So if you guys didn't check that out, please go ahead and go to my account and you can hear the recording. It was a vibe. Great conversations. We had NFT Junkie, my right hand man, my partner in crime. Yeah, it was a great time. Great conversations with Board. I forgot his name, but he said Board something. Women are becoming more Pokemon. Don't know what that means. But shout out to the woman. Draw every day. Quick dead tree sketch. Draw every day. Yeah, I think just expressing yourself, doing something you like to do. For me, it's writing every day. I think it's important that we jot some notes down. Whatever you have in your head, just write it down. What is this? Logan Paul just dropped the full Bradley Martin fight footage. Am I wasting my time here? I think, yeah, let's skip to it. The UAE is now minting Bitcoin with state-backed funds. Okay, more Bitcoin adoption, cryptocurrency. The last thing that NY writer sees. Hmm. I don't know what that's referring to. Oh, what? This is the first time I see this keychain. Sick, bro. Fire Chimpy Dragon keychain. Shout out to Rafa. GM, Rafa, GM. Okay, so I mean, there's been a lot of movement, like I said, past couple of streams. Big sales for two collections that I truly believe in. Let's say Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to Zion. So I want to share real quick the power of storytelling and um, why is it important for these NFT projects to lean into the storytelling. DJ Kaufman is very famous for saying, read the comics because if they don't fall in love with the characters, the story, then the NFTs are worthless, really. So let's go to readfriends.com. This is how you start off the page. You go to menu, you go to the comic books. This is one of my favorite comics over here. Oh, what I do? No. Issue 2. Why is it doing that? And you go to issue 2. I'm not sure if we've read this here, but here we go. Let's watch it.
Once upon a time, not so long ago, in a world not too far away, Honey Empire Castle. The friends from far.
Jeremy Knows is narrating it. Here you see the knowing gnome, the translucent T-Rex, the can't beat a worm from the dirt, fly firefly, rational rattlesnake, flexing fox, and the humble hedgehog. So let's get into it. This one's pretty cool.
Far and wide have traveled here for this momentous occasion, the birth of a new litter of fairies. Behold, a fairy flower. You see, friends, fairies aren't born, they're bloomed. How do you know all this stuff? Well, independent inchworm, I'm the knowing gnome. It's my job to know things. From what I know, we can expect 1 to 200 new fairies per litter. Wow, that's a lot! Indeed. But it takes 1,000 years for a fairy flower to bloom. So we really don't have that many. The fairy queen and king have arrived. The fairy flower is blooming. Look, it's happening. That's curious. You said there would be more fairies in a litter, but there are only 2. I guess I only know what I was told, but I know what I knew might not always be. That's why I like to show up and find out for myself. I like your approach, Curious Crane. My king, our ancestors foretold of this day. A sister and brother. These must be the fearless ones they said would come. They will become the most powerful fairies ever. Fairies are known to have adventurous childhoods, as they fear not and often...
Sorry to interrupt real quick. The Fearless Fairy is a VFan's character. So when you're doing this story, they added the brother, but this brother, as you see it now, is not a VFan's character. I'm gonna let the story go, but here we see the very lucky black cat. This is by a real comic book too, so you can read it if you're not into the animation part of it.
and tread where few others go. They're also very competitive. I'll race you through the frowning forest, sister. No fair, brother. You got a head start. Playtime is over, children. It's time for a real challenge. Bring it on! You must journey out into the world and find your fairy wands. How will we know where to find them? Yeah, do you have a map? The only map a fairy needs is their intuition. The first fairy to return with their wand will win a treasure. A race? Ha! I got this. I feel like it's this way. Maybe we can work together. I'll go my own way, thanks. That's how you get to the winner's circle.
Start seeing the negative side of the brother coming out, and that's going to play a big role. Let's see.
Soon after. I'm not wasting my time looking for that wand. Let her go do all the work. Bring it to me. Hey, get out of my garden! You'll ruin the whole crop. What's that? This here's a fear carrot. It's supposed to keep hungry critters like you away from my crop. But I guess it won't work on a fearless fairy. It looks delicious. Give it to me. No way, it's too powerful. It might poison you. I ain't afraid. I know. Later, I can't stop thinking about that carrot. I can feel its power. Stupid gnome is finally asleep. Now's my chance. I think I found my own wand or something greater. Meanwhile, far north. So freaking cold. That's it. The icy ice cave.
Also pretty cool to note that these are scenes from the NFT collection. So if you go to the Series 2, you see they each character is in a different sea. The Icy Ice Cave is one of those scenes that are in the collection, and also a rare one too. You see a lot of the VFriends NFTs featured here.
How do we get past the prudent polar bear? What if he's hungry? Hold up. The cave is dangerous, and only those who are truly ready may enter. I'm not afraid. It's not about whether you're afraid, but are you truly ready? For once you choose some paths, there is no turning back. I only know one way, and that's forward to my wand, to who I'm meant to be. I like your vibe, little one. You may enter. Almost there. I think I see it down there. Wow! There are two! But which one is mine? On the way back. Where did all these holes come from? Just be careful where you land, Curious Crane. This feels...
Again, sorry to interrupt. The NFT has the yellow wand.
Feels weird. I don't want to go any further. I'm gonna fly back home. What? We're almost there. What are you afraid of? Looks like the whole town is terrified. What in the V world is going on here? Hey, you! Come out! I see your hat, gnome. Learn to hide better. What's everybody hiding from? Shh. He'll hear us. Who? Your brother. He stole the fear carrot and is using it to freak everyone out. With a vegetable? It's disguised as a carrot, but it's really an ancient relic that emanates fear. We use it to scare away the most dangerous critters from the farm. Never thought it might be used for bad intentions. Ugh, where is he? I'll fix this mess as older sisters always have to do. She's only older by 5 seconds. He's taken over the farm. Please, fairy, don't go there. It's not safe. Okay, brothers, stop the shenanigans. Playtime is over. I found our wands. Here, take yours and give me that stupid carrot. No way. This is way better than your silly wand. We're immune to it, but the fear controls everyone else. We can make them do whatever we want when we use the fear. I took over this entire farm in only a few panels. I don't think you're immune. That thing is making you sick. Put it down. You can't scare me into giving it up. I know your tricks, fairy. Are your wings falling off? No! Take the wand. It can help you break the fear poison. Look, you're growing horns. I'm fine. See? It's changing you. You're wrong. I'm not changing. I am becoming who I was always meant to be. Take this. It can help you. Stay away from me. I don't need your stinking wand. I ain't no fairy. Ugh, what did you do? Give me that freaking carrot right now. No way. Have you seen what this bad boy can do? Follow me if you dare. I think it made him forget he was ever your brother. I'm glad you didn't touch it. I guess now there's only one fearless fairy. No, I should have been there with him. Don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault. You can't save them all. Come on, let's go see what treasure you won. No, he's my brother. I'll never give up on him. Wherever he tries to sow the seeds of fear, I'll be there to stop it.
Oh man, what a story. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the origin story of the Fearless Fairy and the Bad Intention Bunny? Personally, when I saw that, it came as a big shock to me. A great storyline. Um, yeah, like I mentioned, these villains are important in these worlds because then how is the hero supposed to save the day, right? So these are the top villains that contradict or push back on the good vibes that Beat Friends characters are trying to push. Um, and yeah, I mean, pretty. Oh man, we see Einstein heavy right now. It's going hard. Where it says Chris, these are the two brothers that are CEOs of or founders of Good Vibes Club. Says Marfa was an absolute blast hanging out with so many legends and friends in a tiny town in the middle of the desert to celebrate our art movement. Was dope as hell. Cannot wait till next year. It's a journey and a half to get out here, but well worth for maximum vibes. Legends. 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 Good Vibes Club, Good Vibes Club, Good Vibes Club, Good Vibes Club, Good Vibes Club. Again, showing, using the Giphies helps out the visibility of the collection of Giphies. Pushes the good vibes as well. Let's see, kind of feels like NFT is about to pop off. Congrats to everyone that didn't leave. Betty from Dead Fellas. Totally agree. Agree. Okay. So I would say real quick, let's see. Adam Weinstein in 2026 so far bought a radioactive red guy, bought a 5-foot GVC, one of one, a Spirit Azuki, those are the grails, one of one rare robot. Hopefully, our billionaires will also have an impressive NFT collection like Adam right now. We are truly lucky to have him as one of us. Indeed. Right, so again, this is a mixture of when you're crafting your X account, I highly recommend to post a little bit of everything. So I do have finance side of it, I have the NFT side of it, the community side of it, but also things that can help me improve. I love neuroscience, and these is one of the persons that I follow truly.
Or even instructed to do. If you look at the science around religious belief or belief in higher power, or the notion that humans don't have all the answers, not even the collective consciousness, What you find is that for everything from recovery from addiction to recovery from immense loss, almost without fail, moving through that with any kind of sense of self-preservation and not engaging in just self-destruction, which is what most people do, almost always involves some notion of top-down control from outside, being encouraged or even instructed to do the right thing, feeling as if something is coming through oneself. But when we're talking about breaking bad habits, overcoming immensely difficult scenarios that normally would throw people into complete self-destruction or just giving up, which is a bad habit in its own right. It's as if the top-down control is so immense, like the going against oneself that's required is so immense that when people hand that over to God, it seems as if they get some relief from the process, and yet it's very effective. And you can't deny this, right, just as a phenomenon. I mean, let's take off our hats as scientists and people who kind of parse things. Like, how could it be that the thing that's hardest for humans to do for themselves becomes far easier when they stop trying to do it for themselves?
Andrew Huberman is an absolute GOAT, and if you don't follow his work, I highly suggest you follow him. And the Huberman Lab podcast on YouTube. So much.
If you look at the science around
information there that really helps out. And I guess just to touch a little bit on religion as well, that, giving all your problems and your worries to God and surrendering to Him, you start feeling way better. I experienced this in my journey. I am 31 years old. Many times when I try to think that I have to do everything for myself, the pressure and the stress and everything, but really what it is like you're surrendering everything to God and telling Him that just whatever He wants to do with your life, just do it. I'm not sure if a lot of people, depending on your situation, but I feel like this is not to be a little controversial or anything like that, but I feel like there's only one God, but we all put different names to Him. But yeah, just have something to believe in. Have something to believe in. So you see, a little bit of everything here in the Chimp Chronicles, one step at a time stream, because it's not all about profits, investing, crypto. It has to do about some self-improvement, what really matters in life, because you don't have a mixture of all of that, then probably really lost. Okay, and I think that's good enough for the scrolling of the timeline. So yesterday, I went through some traits on the V Friends collection. Today, I want to go through some traits of the Chimpers collection. I'll show you a mixture of my preferences and then what really is. Because, again, you have to start with the baseline of buying what you like, actually, then gradually going and looking for grails. So my thing was first cherry chimps, and then looking at different traits that were rarer than others. This is a very small collection, 5,555. So, yeah, let's go through these traits right here. I did a post on this too, so if you guys want to go through that, you can check it. It's a thread, nice little thread on this. Let's look at the types, right? The types. So it always pops up in order of least to greatest. So the iconic brown, which is the logo, has the most at 883. Cocoa cacao brown, which is what, more darker, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little darker. It's a little darker. You see it. The iconic brown is lighter. Then you have the tranquil gray. You have the charcoal gray. And this is really just the skin type or the skin fur of the cherries. I mean, sorry, of the chimps. My favorite color is the mellow cherry. That one, there's 351 of these. So imagine 351 of these pink cherry chimps in a 5,550 hot collection. They are, they're small group of cherry chimps. But then you have the cool cold rogue. It's like a dark, cool gray kind of thing. You have the undeads. These ones that go hard. These ones I are up there for like grail type. These are sought after. 158 of these. Only 158 out of 5,555. These are a rare bunch. And there's one right now for sale at 0.89. This is not bad actually. You got the heretics. This one sort of looks like the undead, but different. I wouldn't know how to describe them, but they look evil and badass. The lowest one right now is at 1 ETH. And this one is pretty dope. You got the exclamation mark as a trait, the cyber visors as a trait. Let's look at the traits real quick. Again, you look at these right here, 0.77 1%. Anything below 1%, I feel like is rare. And that's just my thing. So you got the glimmering rays in the back. There's only 43 of these in the whole entire collection. Makes it really pop out. The exclamation mark head, which you see right there. Only 54 of these. The UV, I call them cyber visors, but the UVs, 27 of these in the whole entire collection. And the mouth is bloodthirsty, so you get the 40 of these only. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks pretty dope. I like it. I feel like this is a good buy. All right, and we move on to more rare ones. So you have the polished platinum. Lowest one is at 2 ETH. You start seeing how nice and shiny and sparkly they are. Polished platinum, they really stand out. Pretty dope. Like this one's radiant ruby. This one is nice. I like it. It reminds me of the cherry chip ones. But if you ask me between the polished platinum and the ruby ray, I prefer the polished platinum. We move on. This is one of my favorites. The sparkling sapphire really pops out. I really like this one. Only 50 of these in the whole collection. Glittering amethyst. I like it. I mean, it's nice. But if you're talking about the sparkling ones, I'll stick to the sapphire for me. That's just me, my preference, what I like. But the numbers don't lie. There are only 23 of the glittering amethyst. Angelic adamite. So these are like a brighter color. I like them. Still sticking to the sapphire though. But these are nice. Now we have single digit numbers, the godly gold. Let's see how they look like. Only 8 of these in the entire 5,555 collection. Now these bad boys really stand out. These ones take the cake. Out of the eight, this one is the ultimate grail right here. Ultimate grail, without a doubt. Without a doubt, this one is the ultimate one. I'll put this one in second. Even though this one's a complete naked one, pretty dope. I like this one for some reason. But this one is the absolute grail of all grails. Gold, gold, godly gold. And then finally, only three of these in the whole entire collection. Precious pearls. This skin tone goes super hard. Out of these three, even though this one has the gem coat, there's only 9 of these gem coats. Does this one have the quai already? Nope, it doesn't have the quai. Wow. There's only 9 of these gem coats. The psychedelic beams is only 13 of these. The diamond dust in the back, 72 of the diamond dust. Obviously, this one aesthetically is beautiful, but I would rather go with this one. It's just so clean. Look at that white background. Not a lot of things going for it. Has the UV and the skin tone. That's it. Okay. So those are the types, right? The types. Precious pearl being the most up there, right? Let me go to the outfits. Let's go to the outfits. And this one, we're not gonna go from top to bottom, but in the outfits, again, I love my cherry chimp because I chose one of the most common chimps on the whole collection for a reason. Don't want to be too showboaty. I love my chimp, but the Harori is the most common outfit with 446 of these. And if you notice, Dante made a thread on this. It's only one category, the Harori, but there are 3 different colors. You see the blue ones, the green ones, and the red pinkish one. Mine's sports this one. I haven't done the numbers to see which one out of the 3 is the least, but it'll be worth the research to see what Harori you would like to pick up if you're looking at this trait. But there's pink, green, and blue. All right, we move on all the way to the tippity top. To the tippity top. I like this one. This one's a very popular one. You get to see them in a couple of the shorts. Oop, nope, not this one. But this one look like Karate Kid kind of thing. And you got the Green Dragon suit, which is this one. You see up there. But I was looking at this one. Where are you? The Ocean Bend is pretty dope. I like this one. It's like a cloak on top. This one's a pretty neat. I like this one. Let's see, retro attire. Not a big fan of this one, even though there's only 32 of these in the whole collection. Pretty rare outfit. Royal Cloak. I actually like this Royal Cloak. This one's dope. 25 in the whole collection, and this is OG, like from the original, not a Chimpolution trait. Street Fighter. This one is the one I was talking about, the Dragon Believer. I love this one. Hella fire. Only 23 of these in the entire collection. Let's move on to single digits. So we checked out the Gem Cloak. Let's look at Half Human. Half Human. This is what the Half Human one looks like. Only 8 of these in the entire collection. Grail Cloak. Winter Puffer. These Eskimo looking ones look fire. Only 4 of these in the entire collection. Out of all 4 of these, this one goes the hardest. boxer. There was only one until recent, and I'm gonna show you the now that we have it. This one was minted through a Chimpolution. I'm gonna show you the process. It's pretty dope. Again, the Chimpers have an experience to everything, and there was only one of these, and now there's two, and they're gonna go at it in the community competition that they host every week. But this one of one cloak, this one right here, is owned by Julian Patel, part of Real Vision. So that's something to flex as well. We have legends as collectors. So there you have it. Those are the outfits. But let's move on from here real quick, and I'm going to show you what that Chimpolution process looks like. He says, oh shit, well, he looks very Texas Longhorn to me. Bro, that's an ox. Okay. Let's go to this is it. Check it out. Tell me what you think. So yeah, you have these gems that you're able to evolve your chimpers. It doesn't dilute the collection. It just burns the chimp that you're using, and then it burns the gemstone. If you want to look, see what that gemstone looks like, let's look it up here. Chimpers Chronicles. So these are three of the gemstones. You have the tier 3, the tier 2, the tier 1. And these are there's only 18 of these, 40 of these, 76 of these, and they just add different a different take to the chimps that you might not find so appealing. So be sure that if you're going through this process, that you're sure that you don't want the chimp that you're about to burn, because once it happens, there's no going back. So that's for the outfits, right? Okay. Outfits done. Clear. Should I go through all of it? Is that everything? Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. Let's go through the legendary ones, huh? Okay, so you got the champs. These are in the league of their own, I would say. These come from the Chimpolutions. Right, these are Chimpolutions. Not sure if these are tier 1 evolved, but you have the rocker, both party ones, a Lucha Libre one. Oh no, this was a tier 2. So this was in the red one. Okay. With the red one, this was a tier 1. Okay, this was the gold one, the gold diamond. Tier 3. Okay, cool. So I mean, you got the flavors, but these are all Chimpolutions. Baki owns this one. Tier 1. The champs. So these are champs. A chubby one. So there's 3 party ones. Okay, cool. these are pretty rare. You see how they were sold? They probably just grabbed one chimp and then just used the chimp evolution gem, and then we're lucky enough to get one of these bad boys over here. You got the fellow frog council. Yes, there are frogs in the chimp collection. These are super rare. The legend EA got all three of these in his vault, and Timpers airdropped them. Once you get these three, which is pretty cool with the lore, you got these three together, and then you got a special toad dropped to you. You got the Bear Panda Council. Yes, the Chimpers have a Panda Council. These are badass. The only one out of these three that are up for sale is this one. Look at the kawaii style version of it. How can you look so badass and cool at the same time? And cute. Okay. And then you got the Mr. Cats. Tingling. No way. He has all three of them? Oh no. He has 2 out of 3, which is great. Okay, you got the divine chimps. Yeah, 1. This was the one that was recently sold for 7.502. It was Weinstein. Look at this guy's shades. Okay. Where you at? Legendaries. Divine 1, Divine 2, Divine 5, Divine 2, Divine 1. Okay, there are only 5 Divine Chimps. This is Tyler. Look how they look kawaii style. So cool. Divine Chimps. Looks like a gummy version of it. And finally, oh, there goes that. That was fire. So these are the grails out of the collection for sure, for sure. I mean, I think the whole collection is grails, but what else can we put? We can exit this out. Clear. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. You can check out the traits here to look them up, but right now the floor looks healthy at 0.79. A lot of movement. Let's finish up real quick with the strategy token. Good Vibes is now at 0.009. About to approach. Eliminate that decimal right there. 60.31% burnt supply. That looks great. And 12.69% of the supply burnt for the chimpers at 0.05. Still a nice entry point for chimpers and Good Vibes Club, in my opinion. Not investing advice. Please do your own research and don't follow blindly other people's recommendation, because the only person that you will have to blame is yourself. Some self-accountability when you are putting your hard-earned money to work, because yeah. All right, I guess that's it for today. for this morning, I guess. Yeah, I think we have one view. Man, I appreciate that one view. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching me, taking out your time to share. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. It is 10 a.m. We're gonna start. Yeah, we're gonna start doing some things. Wherever you guys are at, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Stay safe. Love. With that being said, it's time to close. Boom.